Hey, hello everybody in the virtual world. We are going to, uh, this is Christian, by the way, Christian Stewart with the Community Active Living Coalition. This is the fourth day of our Denver Streets for People virtual summit. We will be doing a virtual, well, we're going to be riding, but we're going to give you the experience. What it's like to ride around the Montbello Fresno. Doesn't look like I have anybody with me now, so I need some grace because hi Jess in Colorado. Welcome. We're getting set up for our ride. Me and my ride partner. Let me show you her. Her name is Myra Gonzalez. All right, we are here in Montbello. I'm just getting my stuff out the vehicle. Please bear with me. You know, as you would if it was a regular ride, right? Like same expectations. People pulling in. We're talking. Well, I ain't done much talking yet. But really, this is really about a ride anyway, so you won't be hearing much talking. The format today, though, is we're going to stop at a few sites and we're going to interview Myra Gonzalez, who is the Fresh Slow Walkable Loop Manager, Montbello Fresh Slow Walkable Loop Manager. And so she has all of the tools and the gems about what's going on. I am just going to hope that I can keep up. Okay, so I gotta get my bicycle out here. Hello, everybody. We're getting started. We are here in Montbello. I am pulling out my bicycle right now, trying to get ready. You want to say hi to the people, Myra?
Hi, people. We're ready.
Turning. All right. So, is somebody going to request on this side to?
Let me connect. Let me check
All
the
right.
camera again.
We're getting our ducats in a row, people. Okay. Don't you leave us. We're gonna have a good ride. All right. I'm gonna put you down though, so I can.
Do you want me to hold them?
Yes, so I can get my bike up. Hold on. I'm gonna put you on the screen. Okay.
Okay. Awesome. So yeah, this is the setup. As Christian probably mentioned, we are going live on multiple social media platforms. You can join us here on Instagram, both on the Denver Calc page or at Montbello.org. Or if you are on Facebook or have friends over on Facebook and you want to share this with them, they could follow us over there at Montbello Organizing Committee. We will be live streaming here shortly. I just did an intro video and we'll be going live right before we take off. So yeah, how is everybody doing? It's day 3 of the Denver Streets for People, day 4 and final day of Denver Streets for People Summit. It's been an exciting ride, pun intended. How has everybody's experience been? Good morning to you guys. We're just setting up some final technical mechanical details here. While we do that, let me see if I can get Kiara on, and then also finish prepping for the mock site on Facebook. Oh, it thinks it's live on Kiara's page.
On her actual page.
On her actual page, yeah.
On Instagram?
On Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Oops. Let's see if we can figure this out.
Doing well. How you doing?
Yeah. So yeah, you want to say hi to the people? No, this way. Hi to the people. Special thanks and shout out to Leo who helped me get some air into my front tire so that we could ride safely this morning. Thank you. Okay, have a good day. Good morning, Emily. We will definitely be safe. It is so nice out. It'd be really cool if folks could join us. But there are some tricky streets on this loop. And so we just didn't feel like we can do a lot of the technical video live streaming and crossing safely as a large group. So safety first, and we hope you guys will tune in and watch us. Yeah. Okay. We're almost there. Okay, so we are live on Facebook, on my Facebook page. I will get over here and share onto the mock page.
I'm gonna squeeze in here. Hey, so everybody who's with us right now, how is the reception? Do we have good reception? Can you hear us? Can you see us? A wave or a thumbs up, anything in the comment box. I want to make sure that you can see us. Or if I need to plug into Wi-Fi, I will do so. How we looking? I'm gonna put you in my mount, my handy dandy mount. I just want to make sure that y'all are gonna see us. I'll plug into Wi-Fi anyway. I brought my hotspot. We look good? Okay. All right, Jess. Thank you for letting me know. We look good on this side. And when I say good, I mean reception, of course. But I did make sure to put on some chapstick so you guys don't have to bear with my chapped lips. That's never fun. It's hard to focus on what somebody is saying and doing. All right. The antics are just beginning. It's just beginning. Oh, also, I like to give everybody a warning here as we're setting up. There's this new rule with Instagram that you can only do our videos. So we're probably gonna have to stop and start some streams. We just don't want to lose you, okay? I just want to keep that in mind. We're on the. I got you locked into my mount. I promise you, as soon as we are geared up. See what I did there? I didn't do it on purpose. But as soon as we're geared up, we are going to take you for a ride, and then my talking is really going to be irrelevant. I'm putting you on hotspot so we can have a constant stream of good connection. Bear with me, everybody. plugged in. All right. All right. It's just me you're waiting on.
It's fine. I think we're ready.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going live. Okay, and we are live. We are after the sporting movie during the Montbello Festival. This is Myra from Montbello, and this are going to start with we are live streaming on Instagram and on Facebook.
Y'all still with me? Here we go. I got a helmet on. I'm safe. Safe as possible. What's up, Fung?
That is him live streaming on Instagram.
We are gonna hit these streets. I'm gonna check in with y'all, make sure we're good. Let me scoot you over on my handlebar. Never done this before, so thank you for the patience. All right. If you see any cars coming, scream at us. All right, come on. Come on, give it to me. All right, come on. Instagram. All right, I don't know if you can see how well you can see. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. I know it's probably a lot of wind. You see her pointing? Here we go. All right, I'm pointing too. She's leaving me. I gotta catch up. I know I'm probably gonna have to readjust my camera. I'm not sure what it's looking like.
So this is our first stop.
All right, hold on. All right, our first stop.
This is our first stop, and our tech check is 4.
We look good. They say we're good over here. Okay, so this is our first stop. We're gonna talk about it. Okay.
Okay, so we have the Albrook Apartments right across the street of the former Montbello Park and Ride site. This is the future site of the Montbello Fresh Flow Hub. As we have mentioned in the little sneak peek promo video for this, this is a community-led initiative and project. It will be a mixed-use development, meaning that different uses will be in it. It will be anchored by a grocery store. Family Tree food markets will be in here. They are locally owned and work with really healthy food, and their business model is just really awesome, and so we're really excited to be partnering with them. We will also have a community center, a cultural hub, and so really focused on bringing art back into the community and creating a space for artists to really call home and for the community to come back together around. We will also have 96 units of affordable housing. If you've been in Denver or live in Denver, you're definitely feeling the pressures of housing and housing insecurity and just the high prices. And so we really wanted to make sure we not only created a home for people to come and be with each other, but for people to really stay in place, and for folks who want to continue living in Montbello, for them to have the ability to do that. And so I really wanted to start and kick off this tour, visiting this site, looking at the site, and just asking people to dream big with us. What does this space look like? It's 1.5 acres, I believe, and there's a ton of potential for you to get involved and really make this project yours. As you can see, the bus stop is right there. It lends itself perfectly to development where folks, you won't really need a car to get around. Hopefully, you'll be able to take the bus. And we do apologize for the loud noise, but we're outside. This is what it is, It's windy out here. It's a perfect day for a bike ride, and so I think we can head over to the next site. We're going to continue on down Albrook, which turns into 47th, over to Academy 360. So, yeah.
All right.
Any questions?
All right, listen, people. We are still working out the technical issues on this. Not issues, challenges. So I want to give you a 360 of where we're at, so you have some concept. Okay. So let me give you the 360.
We'll do it on open space, and so we have great partners that we're excited to be working with. Also,
Yay.
have pedestrian safe infrastructure.
Okay, now I'm gonna have my camera a little lower. Hopefully, you can see the road with me. Straddling back up.
Getting ready. This is what a virtual tour is. Also, that's a really cool setup.
I didn't lose you. We're still live. Okay. How are we looking? Can you see the road better?
The magic of live streaming.
Can you see the road better? I hope so. It may be crooked, but that's okay. All right. All right, we're good. Kayla says we're good. Here we go. Can you see all this traffic? You see what we have to compete with? Would you feel safe? Do you feel safe with us? I can't see. Hopefully y'all can see us. I don't know how you can ride with your mask on.
You know,
You're doing good.
I'm doing good.
Squirrels.
Once we start going uphill, it's probably gonna come off pretty thick.
Squirrels will not worry about getting COVID from you. Oh, it looks like we ran into. Is this a food bank? Not really sure what's going on, but what a pleasant surprise.
We are here. I'm really excited to show you guys this playground. It is an
How we looking?
intergenerational playground. We are on the west side of Academy 360. This is open to the community. You guys can come here and recreate. Right now the school is open to kindergartners and ECE students. So be mindful of that, but you can come here in the evenings after school and exercise. This is a project that was partially funded by the Montbello Fresh Flow project. We were recipients of a Colorado Health Foundation Healthy Communities grant. It is a 3-year grant, and so something that we really strive for at MOC is to be collaborative partners. And so what that means to us is that if we're able to get funding into the community, we really want to make sure that our partners are also benefiting from that and are able to take on projects that benefit the community as a whole. This one is one of them. Our partners at Academy 360 set out to create this intergenerational playground. Like I mentioned, it is open to the community. So come out here, recreate, do some exercising. We have a lot of really cool exercise equipment out here, but this is really meant for the community. And as I mentioned, it was something that was done through the Montbello Fresh Flow initiative. And so this is right along the walkable loop. If you guys are riding, decide to follow us along or look at this video, try to recreate it with us. You can stop here, work out a little bit. Yeah.
Do you wanna say it in Spanish?
Oh my goodness. We're supposed to stream in Spanish. Okay. Entonces, buenos días a todos. Discúlpenme, se me olvidó que yo estaba traduciendo también, interpretando. Pero les quiero dar la bienvenida. Gracias por acompañarnos. Hoy estamos aquí en el sitio de el... ¿cómo se dice? Es temprano, no almorcé, ¿verdad? Pero este es un playground de niños. intergeneracional. Entonces eso significa que ustedes como comunidad pueden venir aquí a hacer ejercicio. No nomás es para niños, es también para adultos y jóvenes, y está abierto a la comunidad completamente gratis. Este es un proyecto que fue hecho en colaboración con Montbello Freshlo. Nosotros tuvimos una beca de la Fundación de Salud de aquí de Colorado, es de 3 años, y algo en lo que nosotros nos enfocamos es no nomás crecer nuestra propia organización y obtener dinero para nosotros, pero es traer dinero y recursos a la comunidad, y eso a veces se mira de una manera así como esta, donde nosotros pudimos repartir dinero a nuestros aliados, nuestros socios aquí en la comunidad, organizaciones como Academy 360, que pudo poner y aportar a este proyecto. Es un jardín de niños aquí en la escuela Academy 360. Aquí les enseño. Hoy están aquí con Food Bank of the Rockies, pero ustedes pueden venir aquí. La escuela ya está abierta, tienen a niños de kinder y de ECE, entonces tengan poquita conciencia allí, pero sepan que este recurso, este jardín está abierto para ustedes. Ustedes pueden venir y tomar ventaja de él, pueden venir a hacer ejercicio. Son varios equipos de ejercicio. Yeah, do you have any other questions? Y disculpen por a lo mejor la mala traducción allí, ¿verdad? Se me olvidan las cosas a veces.
Let's go. Let's look at it. I want to get closer. I want to get closer. This intergenerational playground. You see this? You want to get on here? Looks like a bicycle. A little stationary bicycle. Show you how it's used. You see the depiction? I don't know what this contraption is. Oh, it's for stretches, static stretches. You see this? I think it's really important that we have detail how to use the machines right.
Aquí nos vamos a juntar a Christian y básicamente aquí están las instrucciones de cómo podemos usar.
All right, look at this. Nice bright colors. If you are around Academy 360, come check this intergenerational playground. Step up, the power step up exercises. Help with range of motion. And we got a little track on the outside. I don't know if y'all see that. Okay, we are off to the next destination. Y'all with us still? We gonna hit these streets. If you invite people, like let them see what it's like in Montbello, the future of the Freshlo Montbello walkable loop, which is only a part of why it's cool, because it's not just walkable loop, it's a bikeable loop too. All right, I'm gonna strap y'all back in. Here we go. Back to the road.
You know, I was saying on the little elliptical, if folks ever want to bring this video back up and like imagine that they're on the loop with us, they can definitely do that on that elliptical.
Yeah, that's true. while they're watching.
Watch with us, ride with us.
Are you sure you want to? No, I do not want to end my live video. How are we doing with time? Do I need to restart? I'll probably restart at the next one, okay? All right, here we go, people. Can you see me? Let's see. I don't know what's going on. Okay, you do see me. Right? Right? Yeah. Okay, let me clean my camera. All right, we're good? I can't see. The glare is hard. Okay, here we go. People out here really caring. It's beautiful to see. Got United Healthcare out here giving out water, the Food Bank of Rockies. We have a long line of cars of people who are trying to get resources. All right, I'm going into traffic. Okay.
Since the streets are wider, we'll be getting into more residential streets, less competition with cars. I think this is, what is it, the Fury intersection is one of the, in my opinion, scarier intersections to cross, and I think it's just because you can see so many cars and
Yeah.
buses and other types of vehicles.
I don't know if you heard that, but Myra was saying she believes Peoria to be one of the more scarier intersections to bike and walk. And so we're now on a wider street that doesn't have as much traffic. I really hope y'all can hear me, and if not, then I'm talking to myself.
We're talking to ourselves.
Yeah,
At this
yeah,
point.
right. We're next to each other.
You know what? We can just have a conversation. That is fine. We are, for those who live here in Montbello, where is it? This school, Monarch, Missouri, a block after that. So we'll see them as we pass on by. There's some cool projects actually coming up.
What's nice about this ride, though, is that we're outside the high injury network. That's what we call it in the transportation world. And it's outside of the corridor where we normally operate. Uh, and we can really get some better perspective on what the neighborhoods look like from the inside. I believe as drivers, sometimes we forget what it's like to be in the neighborhoods we're driving through. All right, we're going to hit this. I'm going to be quiet as we run through this. Oh, gotta hurry, gotta hurry, gotta hurry. I'm going to show you the art. I'm going to show you real quick, okay? I'll try to get a glimpse on the way back. I don't want to lose my lead, but this was a artist who came and did this in about a week, I believe, even in the snow. So that shows you Montbello's grit and strength. All right, I'm turning around and go the right way. Please don't do this at home. That's up to you. All right, look, I'm raising my bike up. Can you see?
Instagram.
Can you see? See the beautiful flowers? I believe you can see me. I hope so. I'm holding my bike up.
I might not even be looking for it. Oh, there it is.
Can y'all see that? We can totally hear you, but the camera pointed towards your stomach. My stomach? Oh, that's... Is that better? Yeah, that's better. Sorry, you had to see my stomach. Sorry, this is the adventure of biking in the real world. Okay, can y'all see? You can see me now, right? Don't want to. All right. So I'm gonna show you the mirror where I thought I was looking, showing y'all. You saw my stomach. All right, here we go.
Instagram. If you're on Instagram, let us know. Again, I can't see the comments.
Okay, we're good. No more stomach shots. All right, here we go.
We're actually gonna spin this up at the next center. I want to discuss, and well, I can't measure the speed today, is folks on this street speed a lot. Were you part of the pop-up demonstration that Walk Denver did? What is it, last year?
Yeah, we were actually partnering with them. Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that while we wait for all these cars to pass?
All right, so yeah, last year we did a pop-up, a traffic calming demonstration at Silverman Park. And what we noticed, this is Andrew that you see, and what we saw, we had people volunteering with us to measure the speeds of the cars coming down Andrews. And what we saw was that there were speeds 10 to 15 to maybe 20 miles, if not more, above the speed limit. Do you know the speed limit here?
I mean, it's a residential, so it should be 25.
Yeah, and so I remember seeing speeds of 49, 51, and we had our volunteers, measuring that. And we have a study. I believe we have someone who helped us with the study, and so that information was really important and gave us some data around how fast people are going, how it may be dangerous to access the park, because the park, Silverman Park, and I don't know if you can see it over there, is actually connected to this road, and there weren't crosswalks either. And so what we did is a pop-up demonstration to simulate having a crosswalk and what that would look like, to have at least some marks on the road to indicate that we're going to go into a park space. But I think they did get some crosswalks in, and so this is where stuff like this or pop-up demonstrations, you may not see immediate results, but you keep at it, and you can get some infrastructure changes.
Thank you. And I think we'll go over to Scranton to go up and continue on the loop.
Okay.
So that is one of the challenges.
I'll introduce it. And so one of the things I'm I am the community connector for Montbello, and one of the things that the Community Active Living Coalition we wanted to do, Fung and I and our whole team, Kayla and Rebecca, we needed to understand what it was like to ride a bike and walk in the neighborhoods that we would be working in. And so we started doing these tours around Montbello, biking tours. We started doing these biking tours, and again, we thought it was important for us to know, to make sure that we do informed work. But we started inviting partners, and then we just started riding the streets. And one day, I came to do the tour, and I invited Myra. And on that particular tour, no one showed up. It was just her and I, and the community. The community connect that she is. She just made a few calls, and we turned it into a family ride that day, which was amazing. And I'll let her talk a little bit more about what happened after that.
Yeah, so the women that I ended up calling, one of them was my mom, but she had been going out on rides almost every other day with a friend and then another group of friends and their kids. And so I called them. I said, hey, like, I'm doing this tour of the loop. Do you guys want to come over? We're just going to do a big ride. Some of those women are amazing. They train to do triathlons. These are Latino women and their children. So I think it's important to point that out because you don't really hear that.
Yeah.
Latina moms, Latina women. It's not, I feel like it's not as common. And they are here in Montbello and they work with a group to do triathlons. And so they ride bikes a lot in the community. And I wanted to get them involved because they have a perspective that I think we don't really tap into a lot, especially from the Spanish field. We don't really reach out to communities. I wanted them to come out and just tell us what their experiences were like riding bikes since they ride so much. Right? What resulted in that is what we call the accidental bike club because they kept riding together. This year, that's the ABC. They rode this year again. They were doing 2 rides a week with families. And this is before the completion of the Montbello bike course over at the rec center. So these are folks who just ride bikes a lot. Some of them, train for triathlon, but they don't really train in a city landscape. They don't really train in community. They go out into like trails and do their trainings, and so they naturally wouldn't feel safe here on the streets. They don't feel safe competing with cars. And the Montbello Fresco Walkable Loop was a great resource for the y'all saw at the beginning. We were competing with a ton of cars. Yeah. And these are women who are riding with little kids. I mean, not the triathlons. The kids, we are gonna trim last. But some of the women this year, they don't really ride bikes. We were like in the middle of COVID, and everybody was cooped up, and so they started coming out to the bike rides with kids as young as 3 years old.
Wow.
And they didn't feel safe being out on the streets, and so they would go over to really close to Kenya. I always forget the name. We could put that in the situations like this where it's like, hey dog,
Oh, dang, that's all that high, too. Oh, my God.
it's intimidating. But now with the Montbello bike course over at the rec center, we're practicing and learning how to signal in the street.
Yeah, if y'all can hear me still listening, one thing about that bike ride, and I'm glad it turned into more. What was it was nice. I don't speak Spanish. I understand it to some degree, but most of the riders were Spanish speakers, and normally language is a barrier. Uh, but what's nice about riding your bicycle is that language is not a barrier. You know, you're able to connect with people, and just be able to ride in your neighborhood. And so it was one of the first rides where I was in the minority as far as English speakers. It was also one of the first rides where we had, I think we had like a 5 or 6 year old who was on the bicycle, and he was fearless. He was fearless, which is good. I think that the more and more we do stuff like this and think about it in long term, not short term, you know, every year it seems like we're getting a little bit more infrastructure as changes, improvements. We're also starting to generate behavioral changes around biking in this neighborhood. I've been told multiple times that, you know, that's not the culture. The biking culture is not relevant or prevalent in Montbello, and so these accidental bike clubs and, you know, other group rides that we're doing, and you can do even yourself for people who are in Montbello or anywhere in the city. The more you do it, the more people are looking at you, and you can change behavior for yourself and others. And so we want that. We think that biking is a better way of life than, you know, predominantly cars. That's my personal opinion. Um, and if you wanna debate me, we could do it offline.
And I thought it was really interesting because this year, usually it was just moms and kids. This year they had dads.
Nice.
Like it was a full-on family ride. Dads were in the tow, and if you're involved in community organizing or community work, I feel like dads are the greatest chance
Absolutely.
to like engage and pull in. Wow, we got some stuff going on right now.
Yeah, I agree.
They're the hardest to pull in, and so the fact that they were engaged, I mean, my dad got engaged.
Yeah.
He was out there riding bikes. He was hauling bikes for folks. I picked up a couple bikes because some folks in the community didn't have it. So I picked up some bikes that we could lend them, and he would haul them to and from our home to the site where they were riding. And the kids loved it. The parents loved it. We were able to get some funding from the Fresh Slope initiative, but also from Bicycle Colorado. So huge shout out to them. They were
Shout out to Bicycle Colorado.
funding for folks so that we could provide basically, and this came from a conversation that you and I had, where community members can sometimes get a bike, can get a bike donated, and that's it. What happens to all the other safety
Right.
things, products that you need, like helmets? We were able to get folks helmets for free.
Helmets for free.
We
Good
got them
bicycles.
lights because it gets really dark here. Hang on, Bella, it's really dark, so getting them lights for their bikes. Bike locks, so that if they go somewhere, they can safely lock their bikes.
Yeah, that was the challenging part. Like, you got a bike and you're gonna ride it. You're never gonna make any stops and lock it up, or you gotta go.
So we got their bike locks, we got their some handheld pumps, because we have those like tricky little sticker things. So if you're riding,
Go heads.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate those. But got them little hand pumps to like be able to like pump air back in. We got them some the little patches for them to patch up their tires should anything happen to their tires.
Nice.
And then through the events that we've been doing with you guys or partnering or attending, we're learning how to patch up our bikes.
Yeah, it's so you're really cultivating bike riders, more than just get a bike and go ride.
I think we wanted to take a more holistic approach. We don't just ride, we actually want to educate folks how to ride safely.
Absolutely.
And then also how to maintain their bikes. The other thing Bicycle Colorado did for us is really help us get a lot of bikes back into shape. We had a lot of flats, a lot of maybe missing pedals or brakes weren't working, and Chris over there on their team,
Shout out to Chris,
shout out to
Bicycle
Chris,
Colorado.
was able to help get those bikes fixed. And so, they helped us in many, many ways, from getting our leaders ready because they were scared. They're like, we don't even know how to do turning signals. Like, how are we going to lead bike riders to really helping us fix those bikes and then training us on how to fix them too.
Yeah. Do y'all hear that? If your leaders are not equipped with the right tools and techniques and strategies and information, how can they give it to the people that are following them?
And a lot of like technical things that you need to know, like on legalities, like you're not supposed to ride your bike on the sidewalk.
You're not supposed to ride your bike on the sidewalk. I want to reiterate that. We see that a lot. But hold on, real quick. Sorry, I know I say that, and I'm like this staunch advocate to ride in the streets, but we really want you to ride where you feel safe first. That's the most important.
And that was the other thing that they really told us was, if you cannot ride safely on the street, then ride safely on the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
But really respect them, and they really taught us how to respect the hierarchy. Like of respecting pedestrians.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. As bicyclists, we want the respect from the motorists. At the same time, we have to extend that respect to the pedestrians. We are maybe separate but equal. I didn't tell you, but well, you're not on Instagram, right?
No, not right now.
Okay. There's
I don't know if Kiara's on.
there's an hour limit.
Okay.
So
We can stop.
is it 9:50?
It's 9:55.
Okay. Yeah. So nice. Get some, young man.
Working and living in community. You always run into people you know.
All right. So I'm gonna end this because we're reaching the hour. Please jump back on. Please jump back on. We want you to continue on the ride with us. Okay. So I'm gonna end this chat or this live, and then we'll reconvene. We'll also have this available for public consumption. Okay, so log back in. I'm in the stream, but this is just the beginning, or just the part one. Yes. All right, part two. Part two. Let me All right, part two. We hopefully we can get y'all back in here. Hello Deborah. Hello Black Heart Creations. I had to get a little snack, get some potassium. All right. I'm gonna wait a few more seconds, and we're gonna continue part two of the Denver Streets for People Summit. This is the Montbello Fresh Slow Walkable Loop Tour. Welcome to our virtual tour. I will be mounting you on my bike, and we will enjoy the ride. But I would like to give you some homework. Look at the streets and the sidewalks and the traffic, and really think about what it's like to ride, on the streets. and what it would take for you to use your bike as a primary source of transportation. Could you do it? Would you do it? Again, my name is Christian Stewart. I am with the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure with the Office of Community Business Engagement, CALC, Community Active Living Coalition. But I'm also here with Myra. Can you see her? No, my
I
head.
don't know if we can see ourselves, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
it's weird. It's weird. She's here, I promise.
That's all right. Hi.
And she is the Montbello Fresh Slow program manager. So she's the one with all the wisdom, and I am just along for the ride. So I'm gonna strap everybody back in. It looks like we have the same people from the last ride. So let me strap you back in, and we're gonna do this. Unfortunately, I feel there was a part of the last video where a lot of people saw my stomach for a good amount of ride. I will make sure to check that doesn't happen. I believe you missed some really good art watching my shirt, flap in the wind. So we're going to avoid that.
Next time we wear overalls.
Okay, strapping you back in.
Christian and I are live streaming on two separate accounts. He's on Instagram live streaming on the family account. And then he's on the community on Facebook. It's live streaming. This is the virtual tour of the Montbello Fresh Slow Walkable Loop. If you're just joining us, we are live streaming for the Denver Street People Summit.
We good? You can see me? All right.
Technical check, and then also to make sure that we could keep streaming on Instagram since we have a time limit. We have 26 minutes to go.
All right.
We'll see how far we make it.
All right, we're on a mission, people. We got 26 minutes before this feed is up, or the session is up. So I'm following your lead.
Did my stream in? Oh, Wi-Fi. Streams are really
She's trying to connect to her live stream again. We do not recommend that you're on your phone while riding a bike. Please be safe out here. We're coming to a stop.
the GoPro guy.
We're reestablishing connection in the virtual world. These are the things that you have to deal with when you're in the virtual world. One day we're going to be able to hit the streets again together and be able to enjoy and have these really important conversations together. But for now, in a COVID-19 world, we want to make sure that the work and the rides are still being had, and the walks, and we're still talking about the things that are important. And I believe biking is important. I think that a lot of people logged on would agree too. I can't see your responses or your reactions, but I'm pretty sure you agree biking is I'm gonna go to the extreme and say it's the wave of the future. It should have been the wave of the past. Actually, it was, to be honest with you. Like, the bicycle was one of the oldest forms of transportation that we've known, and we have operated prior to the Industrial Revolution, and where cars became so more, they permeated our culture and invaded our culture, and we forgot the simple joys and the necessities of just our own two legs from walking to biking. And so it is a thing of the past. It will be a thing of the future, and we're working on it being a thing of the present. Um, oh, you can see my head. That video is mirrored. Oh, it is. Oh, so my right hand would be my left hand. That's cool. Peep is in the house. Let me see if I can. Did Kiera ever? You ever get in contact with her?
I didn't, but I think I just lost my camera, which is fine. I can join Instagram so that we're live streaming on both.
Okay. You lost your camera for Facebook?
Yeah, like it's
Oh, is it dead or
I think it's dead, so it's just like I'm turning off.
She has this cool GoPro on her helmet that actually has it has a hotspot in it, and so she's been able to connect to Facebook straight from her helmet. If you got that technology, let's do that. All right, here we go.
I just sent you a request to find.
All right, we are going to invite her on our live stream. All right, here we go. Now you're going to get a double whammy. All right.
It looks like we're riding on the wrong side of the street. So we'll see how we do this. I don't have a fancy contraption. Maybe you guys sit on my fanny pack.
Yeah. Put us in the thing.
Put us in a fanny pack. Okay. So hold this up, y'all. It might not work. We'll figure it out.
You can't mute on Instagram.
You know what? What if I turn down my audio?
It's okay. If you turn on the audio, then we should be good.
Or what if you guys just live on my fanny pack?
Oh,
no, that's worse.
Yeah.
You know what? We're just gonna have to jump off on mine. We'll just continue on Denver Calcs, and then we'll just share it on our page later. Yeah. It's double. It's creating an audio loop.
Okay.
And because I can't strap you guys anywhere. Well, maybe.
Thank you for dealing with the reality of a virtual bike tour.
If you're tuning in from the Montbello Organizing Instagram, follow Denver Calc and watch us there. We'll see you guys soon.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna end her side of it all, so we don't have that echo. All right, we're good. All right, let's do it. Oh yeah, we got hills. We got hills.
If you ride the loop counterclockwise, you get this awesome hill.
Yeah, if you ride it counterclockwise, there's a hill. If you don't,
It's a great going down.
oh yeah. Let's go, Myra. Legs are on fire.
I was saying before we had to do the check and all that the loop actually goes through the park. But
Right.
if you're riding a bike,
Yeah.
you really have to come up to Eagle Street.
Ah. Montbello residents, take note. Oh, you know what you should have did? It's too late now, but you could have just went live from your Instagram account without hopping on mine.
But then I can't like hold it.
Oh, yeah,
I would
that-
have to like shove it in my shirt.
That was the problem. Yeah, you're right.
It's like, oh. So many hazards there.
That's true. And we still want to be safe.
What am I saying? I mean, we'll have like your shirt flapping incident, like rated R incident, and
Yeah. We don't want that.
get fired during a pandemic.
Yeah. Nobody wants to get fired.
No. But well, I mean, I think that we can do more tours. I think we're running out of time today. And we covered maybe 60% of the
Well, we got about 15 minutes.
and we got, yeah.
What's the next stop?
So our next stop is Muriel Greenwood Academy,
Okay.
which we're really close to now. And then maybe instead of continuing on the loop, we do a fun detour
Oh yeah.
to our
Mystery, like we brought it to you on our promotional video a few days ago. We got a mystery stop for you that was not on the agenda. So we got these next 15 minutes to
get there.
yeah, to get there, right? We're gonna bring you. This is the climax. This is the excitement
It's like,
of
when
the
we get there.
yeah of the storyline. Yeah, and if we're not able to get there on this, it's like one of the TV shows, like a soap opera. To be continued. You will have you. Yeah, tune in next week for the for the conclusion.
For the nerdy kids, like myself, it's like an episode of Dragon Ball Z.
So those who don't watch soap operas and watch anime, Dragon Ball Z would be the equivalent.
4 episodes for one storyline.
Yeah.
Will we make it?
Will we make it? I think, do y'all believe in us? I think we can make it.
Like, send us your
Yeah.
Will we make it?
Yeah, if you would like, just for fun, you could post memes or gifs in the comment box about us making it to our destination. Will we make it? How are y'all feeling? We really appreciate you tuning in, though.
I know it's like a long ride. We're actually gonna turn left.
Okay.
We're gonna ride on this road. Just kidding. Yeah, we are.
Sidewalk? Okay.
But on that side.
All right.
Or this side.
Spoiler alert, we're going to get on the sidewalk.
Should we get on this side or right on the counter? It's all the things they tell you not to do, but it's like, again, the loop.
Right?
If you're riding on a loop. I feel like if you're an urban designer and you know how to get through these challenges, let us know what you would do.
Urban designers, how do we deal with stuff like this? Hello, bus. All right, I guess we're not hitting the sidewalk. Just kidding. Gotta keep you on your toes. I mean, keep you on your pedals.
Like, we have a lot of vehicles out.
Yeah. You see how this could be difficult if you're riding a bike to have this a part of the They let me go, but I was abiding by the rules of the rules. I stopped. And they're gonna let us go. Woohoo! All right, we are at the next stop.
And this is their community garden.
How we doing? 20 is plenty. I know that's right, Pete. They're telling us to ride like the wind.
We have one last stop and then we'll ride as fast as we can to the next one.
Okay, I want to show you one of the stops on this loop is a garden.
Garden here at Memorial Greenwood. Our partners here are Consumption Literacy and Each One Teach One. Miss Marianne Bash is the best. She leads those two programs, and she has her own bike club with students. And so young people from this school, they get to go out and ride bikes with her, as well as those two projects. And they have this fabulous garden here as well. They are part of the Farm School Network program under the Fresh Flow Initiative. One of the big initiatives under Fresh Flow is access to healthy food, and one way that we are hoping to tackle that is through community gardens such as these, and also through gardens in people's homes. This year we were able to partner with Denver Urban Gardens, Doug, to provide, I think it was close to like 150 families. Wow. With garden starter kits. And so folks went home with different varieties of seeds, and instructions and starters on how to start their own gardens. People all over the community have been sending their pictures to us. We are actually going to be able to highlight one of those families at the Montbello live celebration on the 26th as part of the virtual programming. And so we're just really excited to showcase all of these options and opportunities to the community.
Awesome. All right, I'm gonna give you a quick tour, and then we gotta strap up and get going. How about some some nice flowers? Look at that big old bee. Y'all see it? Interrupt your lunch. Go ahead and enjoy. All right. Game time. We got, how many minutes we have? 9 minutes. 9 minutes. 9 minutes. We gonna do this. Surprise time. Let me turn my camera back around so you don't see flapping shirts. All right. Here we go. I'm strapping you back up in. Are we good? All right, here we go. Okay, we're crossing over the canal, heading towards Chambers. All right. We're going fast. Well, that's where we're gearing towards. As Emily said, though, in our panel, the bike storytelling panel, it's not about going fast. Riding your bike is about whatever feels right for you.
We're going. This was an ambitious loop.
It was. How long does it normally take for you to do?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
But that's like without stopping.
Yeah, with no technical issues or.
No technical issues, no mechanical issues.
Right.
Well, they run 4, 5, 6, 8 stop signs.
Right.
Five minutes.
5 minutes. Are y'all curious to what the mystery stop is? Are you anxious, chomping at the bits, wondering where are they going? Where will they stop? Just gotta keep watching. We are rolling up on Chambers.
I can see our destination.
All right, me too. Where are we going? What's the stop? Can you,
Guess what
yeah,
it
can you guess? Wait. We shall wait. This is Green Valley Ranch Boulevard and Chambers. Every time you touch it, it says wait. Oh. Is the tire? The tires.
Wasn't even writing on. Oh, we're supposed to go.
Yo, did you see his tire was off to the side? That's crazy.
It's new.
Ah.
It was done yesterday.
All right. Let's unstrap you. Let's see. Riding your bike is whatever it feels like for you. Amen. Okay, so let's give you. This was actually done yesterday. This is a utility box, a way to spruce up the environment. We got the people who did it right here. If you want something like this, lean in. Contact these people at so_. NAR Creative Division, at Pat Milbury. I'm not sure which one that is. I can't read that. At OZWVLD. Oh, that's their tag. That's their tags. That's what's up. All right, so you see this? Let me give you the other side of the utility box. Man, it's a cool utility box.
These were commissioned and done in partnership with Council District 11 through the PSU or Here grant, as well as the Montbello Organizing and the Fresh Flow Initiative funds that we mentioned earlier. To really bring art into the community, we really wanted to highlight this mystery place because it's new. This is brand new. It was just installed yesterday. I drove by yesterday morning and I saw them putting it up.
Nice.
I didn't know where the locations were at, and so I'm really happy it was so close to the loop and that we were able to show you guys today. We didn't know if we were gonna make it here, but we did.
Woo-woo.
We did it with a couple minutes to spare. I don't know if people have questions that we might want to go through, comments.
Can I make a can you and I do a selfie while on live? But I can't. You gotta do it with your phone. This is 2020 for you.
Oh wait, let's.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. All right, I'm turning around. Hold on. We're doing a selfie. I know I'm not gonna be able to do the selfie, but I want y'all to see us doing the selfie.
Nerds. We did it.
So let me see. I want you to see me again as we end this out. We really appreciate you joining us today for the last day of the Denver Streets for People Summit. This was our bicycle virtual tour of the Montbello Fresh Flow Loop. Please continue to lean in, contact anybody. We want to give a special thanks to all of our partners, which is the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure, Community Active Living Coalition, and the Denver Streets Partnership. Thank you, Myra, for being our gracious host, and
Thank you guys.
Thank you to the Montbello Organizing Committee for all the work that you're doing. Again, thank you so much. And we're having a loop panel discussion, which Myra will be on at 1 o'clock. So join in and let's talk about even further. So have a wonderful day, everyone.
Bye. We'll see you guys soon. And we're done. That was it.
Heard that.